Can you guys see me, hear me? I can't hear anything. I don't know what's going on. I can't hear or I can't hear anybody or see anybody. So I'm not sure. I was told to come on this page and push go live, and I did. And now I'm not sure what's going on. I can see my photo in here. Or I can see my video, but it's just me. Is there supposed to be someone else I'm seeing on here? See and hear, yeah. So I guess I'm taking over. I guess I'm supposed to take some questions, maybe. Let's just roll with it since this is all new to me as well. I don't even have a Facebook, to be honest. So this whole thing I managed to somehow put together pretty quick. Hello, it's like a little cat. So it's live. Is it on the air? Should I watch my foul language? I think I saw something about that. You're live and you can read comments. It's overrated. Does that mean Facebook's overrated? Now just start singing. I had fun when we did karaoke in Spokane. I don't remember doing karaoke in Spokane. Did I do karaoke? It's 94 and a half, I've been told as well. We've been to Spokane. We've played there multiple times. I don't remember the last time we've been there, though. It's been a while. I know we postponed our spring tour, and now the dates are going to be in the late fall. I think they're trying to put something together. I think we got a bunch of dates. I think some of the options were to go up to the Pacific Northwest, which I personally wanted to do that. I sent an email and saying, "Hey, let's go up north." We haven't been around those parts in a bit, so use language that's comfortable for you. Is that a fan saying that, or is that the radio station? But yeah, Knitting Factory, of course. I'm trying to think. There is. We've had some great times there at the ye old Knitting Factory. There's also Spokane is it's a bit of a drive, but we grew up in Vancouver, so right like 20 minutes from the Washington state border. So me and my family would always drive across, go down to Bellingham, which is before Seattle, and buy gas, cheese, I guess, and milk. I guess those were expensive in Canada at the time. Gas. My dad used to fill up the gas tank and we'd be in the seat and he would fill the tank up and then he would rock the car to make sure that all the gas has filled every space. He'd rock the car and while filling up to make sure to get, and then we'd all get headaches because it would stink like gas in our car where we drove home back to Canada. There's some good times. Saw you rocking rivers in Montana. Yes, Yakima, Yakima Valley. What is this tri-state? What's the Tri-City? Sorry, area. Where's the Tri-City area? I always get that messed up. I'm trying to think. But yeah, other than that, we try to go up there as much as possible. When we release Ted Bundy acoustic, you know, I just did a Ted Bundy acoustic for Kerrang Radio, which is in England. Um, I don't know, but that, you know what? That's a fan favorite. We get a lot of requests for that one. So who knows? It may become a single down the road. Maybe we'll start playing it live if we can get back on the road. Richland, Kennewick, Pasco. Is that it? There it is. Yes, Kennewick. We've been around. We've been to the Tri-Cities. I think it was the. I think there's a little hockey arena there. We played. I think it's by a river. I'm trying to think what the hockey team is there. Is it an AHL team? We're big hockey fans. Dean would know. He knows every team on the planet, our bass player, about what's going on. Other than that, I hope you guys are all staying safe. I live in California, not in Canada anymore. So we are quite locked down. I've been locked down for about 5 weeks here, and it's quite boring. But I don't really leave my house at all. I just took the garbage out before this, and then after this, I'm going to build a gate. Yes, I'm going to build a gate. My backyard, the gate has collapsed from years of being slammed, I guess. So I'm going to fix that. I'm actually going to rebuild the whole thing. So maybe I should FaceTime live me building a gate, and I'd have like the tool leather pouch with the claw hammer. I think that would be pretty cool. I'd be good at that. You know those guys that do that, but they always somehow wear shorts. They're on someone's roof, but they're always wearing like boots with socks and then shorts. I never understood that. Wouldn't you wear pants for protection? Supposedly there's supposed to be a host on here as well. So I guess we're getting to the bottom of that. That was maybe has something to do. Tyler was jamming out to Santa Monica this morning on the way to work. Oh, Thompson Falls, Montana's on here. You know, we were in Montana, I think, last summer. There was a bunch of fires. We could see the smoke from where we were playing. And I actually went and played golf. I can't remember where we were. What music you're listening to? What am I listening to right now? I'm all over the place with music, honestly. It's not just rock, believe it or not. I actually listen to very little rock. I like listening to at home. I was actually listening to some Tears for Fears. I saw an acoustic version, I think that one of the guys did with his daughter, and it was unbelievable. You can find it. Just Google Tears for Fears acoustic. I think it was Mad Mad World or something. It was so good. Tears for Fears, man. I went and checked them out on Spotify yesterday. And still some of my favorite songs. Just reminds me of the 80s. I appreciate what you do for sobriety and treatment. Love Medicate. Well, thank you. Yeah, that song helped out a lot of people. You know, it wasn't our plan, but it does feel good to release something that is that helps people. You know, to give back. Phil Queso, straight out of Compton. No, straight out of Ramen. Phil Queso's on here. He's our head of radio at a record label. He's on here making jokes. I did a goof version of Straight Outta Compton called Straight Outta Ramen for Fuel by Ramen. It's a record label, which you will not hear, unfortunately. 163 days sober. Congratulations, man. One day at a time. Tina. 80s new wave. I do. There is some 80s new wave stuff I like too. What's another band I was listening to that I love? It's a girl and a guy, and it's total 80s. To me, it brings you back to like. I think it's all just nostalgia for me. Like I like Peter Gabriel, but I think it has something to do with just that Say Anything movie, or it just there's certain songs that always bring you back, right? Can you tell us about your creative process? Well, believe it or not, I write the majority of the songs right here, sitting in this chair. So RX is written on this guitar, which is a Larrivee, and it's got a huge dent in the bottom somewhere. It's sitting in this chair. So I actually came up with that hook, whatever, and the chorus just sitting here like this. And then I have a piano behind me. And I went over to that and finished it. So, yeah, I usually write in the morning. I usually get up, and the first thing I do is I write. And I have a very short period of time. And so I might write for an hour, half an hour. That's it. Done. I do not grind out songs. I can't stand writing for hours. It's the worst thing ever. It's supposed to be fun and creative. And if I don't finish something, I put it away and go back a day, a week, a month later, finish it. Or I sometimes there's stuff I just never finished. Any bands you want to tour with? Yes. Bush and Breaking Benjamin in St. Asonia this summer. Please God, let's hope it's still happening. So it is. It's not like it's not been canceled or anything. It is still happening. But it's up to, I think, all of us, everybody, to just hope this thing goes away as quickly as possible so we can all get out and watch some shows. Kathy from Spokane loves you. There's a pinned comment. Is there, I don't think they figured this out. I think someone has a problem getting on. I had a problem getting on because I was using Safari and I switched to Firefox, and then boom, it worked. There is no host. It's just me. Just answer the cues. Do what you're freaking told. This is the label yelling at me over. Oh, I see. Yeah, so I just come in here and taken over. So this is me. This is me hosting the show. You're here live, 94.5 Spokane, Washington. That's my best radio voice. I'd be good for radio. My mom said I had a face for radio when I was young. So, no, I'm kidding. She didn't say that. But you know what? I'm going to play a song for you guys. They didn't want me to do a song. They said, no, please don't. If you do a song, we're never going to play you again. So I'm going to do a song anyways. I want to do our brand new single. It's called World Keeps Spinning. A song about depression. And it's timely. It's not like the song was written for this, but it's quite ironic that, we recorded this in the studio having no idea what was to come. And we recorded a video for this a few months back, I think in January. And released it January 31st. So you can see that. It's a great video. Sam Salam, who directed History of Violence, he did this one as well. But this one's called World Keeps Spinning. Why I always gotta be afraid? Yeah, I'm sick of all the stomach aches. Always dizzy, haven't eaten nothing. Always sleeping, haven't seen nobody. Out and living in the Wild West. A lack of confidence is when I'm at my best. Just a burnout trying to fade away. Like a moth drawn to the flame. They talking shit ain't quick enough to block a no. I'm getting it falling down, so I'm staying low. I feel feet are soft for nothing. I'm feeling all alone. That voice is saying something. It's saying welcome home. I miss my mom, I miss my friends, I miss it all, but in the end, oh, the world keeps spinning, oh, the world keeps spinning. I'm feeling lost, I'm feeling dead, I feel it's all maybe in my head. Oh, the world keeps spinning, oh, the world keeps spinning. Body's aching from all the stress. Yeah, I'm dead inside my skin a mess. One-on-one, I can hold my own, but I'm out here fighting like a Al Capone. Gonna settle like a sin in days. My mama telling me it's just a phase. I don't know what to do. Yeah, I just wanna scream. I don't mean shit to you. I ain't a human being. I miss my mom, I miss my friends, I miss it all, but in the end, oh, the world keeps spinning, oh, the world keeps spinning. I'm feeling lost, I'm feeling dead, I feel this all maybe in my head. Oh, the world keeps spinning, oh, the world keeps spinning. Floating through life like a freaking ghost. I ain't stupid, I can be who I wanna be. I ain't blind, I can see what you're doing to me. This whole planet acting all the same. I feel that no one got a freaking blame. Monkey see, monkey do, monkey me, monkey you. Monkey see, monkey do, monkey me, monkey you. I miss my mom, I miss my friends, I miss it all, but in the end, oh, the world keeps spinning, oh, the world keeps spinning. I'm feeling lost, I'm feeling dead, I feel it's all maybe in my head. Oh, the world keeps spinning, oh, the world keeps spinning. There it is. I can't hear any clapping, so I'm assuming no one clapped because it sucked. Great. These things are very weird, by the way, but it's something I think a lot of us are going to have to get used to because I don't know how long we're going to be doing this for. Social distancing. That whistle gives me goosebumps. I do get asked sometimes from fans if that's really me whistling on stage during RX. They're like, is that really you whistling? Like, I guess it's on tape or something, but that's really me whistling. I take that as a compliment. But some nights it's tough. Some nights if it's dry during RX, it's tough too because people in the audience tend to light up. And so it gets really dry. And I'm up there licking my lips trying to whistle. And we make jokes about having like a little thing off my mic of chapstick so I could rub my lips on it. But, most of the time it works fine. Someone is clapping. You can't even clap anymore. You have to emoji clap. Because then you're also social distancing your hands from each other. Because now you can't even clap. So, any more questions? Who else got some questions? Who else got some questions? Question is not a word you can shorten. It's not one of those ones. Like quest. It doesn't work. Awesome. Doesn't work either. I'm sure someone out there, Dave, our guitar player, tried to coin a phrase called hards party. When you're partying really hard. He's like, man, I like to hards party. And I'm like, no. Sorry, Dave. He uses it once in a while somewhere. And I'm like, dude, that's the worst line. Hards party? What is that shit? What is your favorite song to perform? Um, New ones are always a favorite. Being in a band, um, new stuff is exciting because they're new, so you just recorded them. You haven't actually jammed them a lot, so new ones are always fun. So anytime we throw a new one in the set, it's fun. We goof around a little bit on stage. I'll throw in little covers here and there, on piano, or like sometimes I'll throw in some Pantera or Tenacious D, and I always try to see if anyone in the audience actually knows what a Tenacious D song is. Um, but other than that, uh, Master Exploder from Tenacious D. If you don't know that, then educate yourself with good classic music. What song does the crowd sing along to the loudest? I would definitely. RX is pretty big, but you don't sing loud to that one, right? Not meant to be like a lot of the kind of ballady ones. All or nothing, not meant to be. But Bad Girlfriend, they'll yell on that one. And it's usually when women tend to do ridiculous things, and stuff gets thrown at us that's sweaty. It's the end of the show, so there's usually some undergarments that get thrown. I think one tour we kept all of the bras and kept them in a case, and like a year later they were all in there. They're all like crunchy, and I was like, "What is that?" They're like, "Oh yeah, we kept all the bras." You guys play with Three Doors Down a lot. Seems that way. Is there any special reason? Yeah, you know what? Because we're great friends. Three Doors Down. We toured with them since the very beginning, since 2002. They were on their second record. They were debuting their second record, and we were on our first. And we traveled all around the world with them, and they took us out. And ever since then, we've been friends. And we haven't toured with them in a while, but any time, they're great. We love those guys. I keep in contact with a couple guys, Chris and Brad from the band, quite a bit. And yeah, I think we complement each other. I think it's good. Another band that what are other bands that we toured with quite a bit? I don't know. Does anybody know? I forget. We've headlined so much over the years that we are so looking forward to being a support band on a tour. Obviously, it sucks we can't play a long set, but it's nice for us because we get in front of a different audience, and all of our fans will come as well. So we're very excited about the summer tour coming up. And Breaking Benjamin we've toured with before. Bush we toured with before. Saint Asonia. We've done a lot of touring with 3 Days Grace back in the day, even recently. So we know those guys. Adam, good friends with. Keep in contact with him as well, Saint Asonia. So Alley's Way, good friends. Me and Rick hang out all the time. Rick comes in LA. It's like once a month, and he'll hit me up. He's like, "Let's grab some sushi. Let's go hang out." So last time he came, me and Rick went to this restaurant that also had. It was really good food, but it was on Ventura. But in the back was all 80s arcade games. So we ate, and then we went and played video games for like an hour, and it's all free. So I'm trying to find more of those. Someone needs to open more of those in LA. Everywhere, I think. Bush, correct. Yeah, Three Doors Down is great. Stained with tour with. Alter Bridge, great as well. There you go. That's the heaviest riff Three Doors Down ever wrote. Loser. Where's your favorite place to rock out? On stage. A friend of mine was asking today because of this whole thing. He was like, "You're good, right? You don't have to ever tour again." And I'm like, "Well, look, the touring for us is the whole reason we do it. Making music is I enjoy making music, um, but honestly, if I had to choose between one, I probably would choose touring. To be honest, I love making music, and I always will. Um, but touring is like it's for us. It's like it's life. We it just we got to do it. It's weird when we don't tour for a while. We all get weird, and like between records when I'm working on songs and stuff, it just gets weird. 6 months of not touring, it's just weird. So this for us is it's like not being able to. It's I guess it's kind of similar to like sports guys, like football players and stuff, not being able to play. Basketball players not being able to play. It's like well, there's nothing else to do. Like what am I supposed to do? It's like Talladega Nights. What do I do with my hands? I don't know what to do with my hands. It's the same thing. I was like, I don't know what to do with my life. Miles Kennedy, that's right. Isn't he from up there somewhere? Miles Kennedy. He's a great guy, man. Such a nice guy. Very talented guy. And it's funny. He's a germaphobe. So anytime I see him, I always will go up and be like, and pretend I'm sick, and the guy's like, "Fuck you." It's pretty good. But he's got the hand sanitizer. But he's smart. And look at that. He was on top of it. He was doing that thing way before anyone else was. And he's smart. He's a singer. And I'm a germaphobe as well. Obviously, being a singer, you get sick. Lights out. Any piano versions of older songs coming? No. You know what? That'd be kind of interesting. We have discussed. We do discuss once in a while. Doing reimagined. What is the word? Reimagined versions of songs. So, like next time we go in the studio, we could probably take in 5 songs and go, "Hey, let's do a country version of Not Meant to Be," or like take some of our songs and make them different. Do a piano version of RX or something. It could be really fun, and also we could find really creative ways of making it different rather than just going in and doing an acoustic version. We're kind of over that. We would do the acoustic thing for so long, and stations would be like have come and do acoustic, but then the stereotype is having like drummers got a shaker or like a bongo or something. I'm like, I don't know. That's what everyone does. So now Joe has this thing, and it's become quite popular now. It's just like a pad, and it's got full drums on it. He can have anything he wants on it. So we'll play RX, and he's got all of the sound effects and stuff for RX. So it sounds like the song, which is way better than him. I would find like hitting a cajon or a shaker or like I don't know. We just got so tired of doing that. We're like, it's just everyone does that. Let's do something different. So I don't know. Maybe it'd be cool to do like some reimagined versions. Do RX4T. Is that for Trent? Did you just talk to yourself in the third person? Because if you did that, that's pretty cool. I think what I might do for like a solid day on tour is talk about myself in the third person and see how long it takes someone to be like, "What is wrong with you?" Machine Shop. Stay strong over there in Flint, man. Machine Shop. We play the Machine Shop so many goddamn times, and every time we go, it's great. Kevin is always a great host. One time we actually went over. We had a day off there, and we went over to Kevin's house. I think it was near. I'm going to say it was near July 4th or something. And he had a big barbecue, and he lives right on a lake. So if you live in Flint, Michigan, you know what I'm talking about. And it's beautiful. And he's got the pontoon in his backyard. His backyard goes out onto this little river. And so we all got on his pontoon and we went out to the lake. And then he had a bunch of fireworks in his backyard. It was so much fun. And we're still like, and the last time I saw Kevin, I was like, "Dude, when are we doing that again?" He's like, "Anytime, man." Santa Monica. Please come to the 94.5 grub and grope. We'd love to see you. What's the grope? Is that legal? Anything special for Scarves and Souvenirs album or 20 years of performing? Yeah, you know what? Well, 20 years is 8 years from now. We didn't do anything in the 10 year. We talked about it, then we said nah, because I think that our wake up. The problem is, an album always comes out. So 2018, our Wake Up Call album had come out, and we were doing RX. So we thought it was a little odd to take attention away from that. But definitely, you know what? A 20-year thing for Scars could be really cool. Um, we want a signed guitar from you guys through Rock 94 and a half, the station of the nation. Displayed in a shadow box. That's awesome. Well, congrats. That's another weird thing that people ask once in a while. It's like, you guys really sign those? Sometimes people think we have stamps. That's the silliest thing I've ever heard of. Or like our merch guy, fake sellers. It's like, we'll sign 8x10s. Sometimes we'll sign CD booklets or vinyl. But we'll sit backstage in our dressing room and just be signing and signing. Sometimes every night, our merch guy will be like, hey, there's 100 vinyl for you guys to sign in the dressing room. So we sign everything. So if you got something with their signature on it, and it's pretty easy to figure out if we sign it or not because it's sloppy as shit. I'm usually the worst out of the four of us. Dean and Dave's signatures are very similar, but there's a little different thing they do. And mine went from T. Connolly to T. Coy to now it's just like, and maybe I should put some more effort into it. But that's now become my thing now. It's just this shit. That's it. I'm lazy. You did a grub and groove? Is it grub and grope? Grub and grove. What is it? Grope. Yeah, a grip and grin, squeeze and cheese. Hey, do some signed merch to sell on your site. That'd be difficult to do at this point since none of us live together. Everyone lives in different places all around. Joe is the closest to me. He lives in Vegas. So it's tough right now. It's like we even had a discussion about doing some new merch items. And we're like, it's tough. Like, we don't know if people are going to be able to even get them sent out. Do people have money right now? We don't even know if our place is printing merch. It's a tough time. I see people that are kind of jumping on opportunities to sell things. If we do, we're always trying to include some sort of charity element to it. I find that in these times, if you can find a way to maybe involve a charity or help people a little bit, then it goes a long way. We're rarely looking to jump on opportunities rather than be like, well, yeah, that's a good idea, but can we donate some of that money or all the money to somebody? So that's a good idea. So maybe we have been discussing it actually about the charity aspect of trying to sell some stuff online while this is going on. Dine and diddle. Yeah. What would the Hulu be? Netflix and chill, Hulu and I don't know. A friend of mine who was a hockey player, he called it the petting zoo. The meet and greets he called, this the old petting zoo. Slap and tickle, squeezing cheeks. It's all good stuff. Guys, no one gave me any kind of what I'm supposed to do here. I said I would perform a song, and I'm going to wrap it up. But thank you so much for coming on. And like I said, stay safe. Do what you can to social distance, and hopefully this thing will be over before we know it. The West Coast is the best coast. I'll see you guys all real soon. And our postponed dates hopefully will be coming up west now because things have been shifted. So in the fall. So check that out soon. As soon as I hear about it, you guys will hear about it. And thanks for having me on. Rock 94 and a half, Spokane, Washington. Not far from my home. And we'll see you guys over soon. Now I have to figure out how to get off of this